I've just realised that there's no obvious way to tie back this door, and I would like to have it tied back, so I'm just going to pop a peg in there. Whew, that took a lot more fannying around than I would have liked, but it's up now. I have the door pulled back because I actually have a tarp out, and all I want to do is sit here and do nothing for the whole night. So the next job is just get this tarp up. I wonder if I clip that on just over that. That might be a good idea. And make sure it's not too long. Looks good. Now I brought out some poles because I didn't want to rely on having to find branches long enough out here. So I just brought these with me. Actually, I probably don't need that pole. I can just tie it out of that tree. Now you might have noticed as I was hiking in that I got myself a new little head torch. Well, I say little, it's a little bit chunky. NITECORE very kindly sent me out their HC75, very robust. It's got a max output of 3000 lumens. The medium beam lasts for 12 hours and that runs at 600 lumens. The high beam is what really piqued my interest. That's 1500 lumens and it lasts for just over 7 hours, which is absolutely crazy. But I'm not going to go through all of the different specs. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. It's not an affiliate link, it's not sponsored, nothing like that. I can't give you my honest opinion on it, just that it feels like you could knock somebody out with it, you know. Not that I recommend anyone do that, but yeah, I have some cool ideas for it, so I'll be interested to see how it performs through the winter months. And for the likes of this, where I came out in the dark, it is nice to have a head torch that you know is going to last, it's not going to die on you, and it's going to be bright enough to navigate your way over some dodgy ground. So very happy to have that, and thanks to NITECORE for sending it out. On the menu tonight, we're not doing anything fancy. I have some bacon, some sausages, and a few baps in there. We're doing bacon and sausage baps. I think I might need a bigger pan. I don't know where the rashers are going to go, but we'll bang them in there now in a few minutes. Just let those cook away there. Ooh. There's a funky taste off this tea. I'm getting a bit too impatient here. Take off that ring. Ooh. I think things are going to start happening very quick now because it is absolutely hopping here. Look at that. Woohoo! That's what you want. Ooh. I can smell burning, that's not good. I don't want charcoal. Okay, that's gone a bit too wild. I'll have to put the ring back on. Jeez. Whew. I think the sausages are done, so I'll just pop them in here just to try and keep them clean. Because knowing my luck, I'd throw them all over the ground out here. So I'll put them in there, might even keep some of the heat in, and we'll get the rashers on. I have some little sachets of brown sauce instead of carrying a big tub of it. Thought it made more sense. Oh, look at that. Right, we're going to have to get this thing hopping again because I just don't have the patience for it. That's exactly what I needed. It's 9:10, so I was a bit peckish, to say the least. I have to say, I really like this little lantern, and I prefer to have it beside me rather than hanging it up on a tree, which is what I usually do. But that lantern's about 50 years old. It's kind of at least 50 years old, and I bought it off eBay. It came from Italy, so it's a proper Fjord hand. I think it's a Super Baby 175. It's pretty cool. I like that it has some history to it, and it's not brand new and all squeaky clean, you know what I mean? There's a few little dents, there's a few marks. Because that didn't take long to boil, did it? Oh lads, I'm looking forward to getting into the tent now, I have to say, because it is pretty chilly out here. But it's not too bad. It's fairly mild considering it's November. I think it's about 10 degrees, something like that. So I'm not complaining. Certainly not. Not me, oh no. This whole year I've been trying to get out camping. And it just seems that when it comes time to go, something happens. That means I can't go. Like even tonight, I have a sore throat, I don't feel great. And I felt that way all day, but I said no, not a chance. I'm going and that's it, you know. And even though I was telling myself, look, you're going to be the worst for it, I just kept my head down, kept packing the bag, got myself out the door. And yeah, I'm hoping that I don't regret it later on. But to be honest with you, I've never regretted going camping. It doesn't matter how bad the night is or how bad the weather is or anything like that. I've never regretted going out into the woods or out on the mountains. Even if I've had to bail out and turn on my heels and go home with my tail between my legs, I've not regretted it. It's only when I don't go that I regretted. Because when I go back into work and I haven't been out camping, I'm kicking myself. Because camping gets me through all the other stuff I have to do, you know. When I'm getting stressed and all, I can kind of zone out a little bit and bring myself back here in my mind and just remember the good times, you know, when I've been burning my sausages or getting some funky water out of the river, you know. In my opinion, I think that in this day and age, hobbies are very undervalued. And a few years ago I didn't have any, and now I have far too many. And I'm always willing to discover something new as well, so yeah, I just to get time to do them all. But I think that's the thing. I think a lot of people need to give themselves more time to look after themselves, because if you're busy looking after everybody else, you start neglecting yourself because you're looking after everybody else, and that's not doing anybody any favours. And that's what I realise, you know, you need to be a little bit selfish sometimes. You know, give yourself time to look after yourself, do your exercise that you need to do, or, you know, go out and do your hobby that helps you to unwind after a busy week or a busy day, or whatever it is. But I try and encourage anybody to go out and find something that they enjoy doing, because it breaks up the weeks. You know, it'll help you get through the tougher times. And like I say, when you're happier and you're healthier, it'll benefit everybody, you know. And sometimes that means you might have to take a little bit of time back from looking after other people, but that's not a bad thing, you know. It's definitely not a bad thing. You need to be looking after yourself. And I hope you are all keeping well. I realise that the videos on this channel have been lacking this year. It's just been a year of it. I can't understand. It just seems to be one thing after another stopping me from going out. But anyway, we're out now, and I'll enjoy it. I don't know when I'll get back out again, but I'm enjoying doing the videos on the other channel. And I have a few ideas for this one, but I'm not going to say anything, because knowing me, it might not even happen. So there's no point, you know, spilling the beans. I think I can hear some rain. Hold on till I get the head torch. I can hear the rain hitting the tarp, but I don't see any. Could be just drops off the trees. But I'll show you these settings on the torch while I'm at it. That's low, medium and high. And that's turbo. That's spotlight. That's floodlight. And then that's something else. Then you have your red light, which is quite dim, but you can turn it up, which is really cool, because on most head torches the red light is really dim, and to be honest, it's pretty unusable, you know, in my experience. On to the more important stuff: drinking tea and eating biscuits. I have a few biscuits here. I'm trying to be very good. I've made a deal with my best friend that I'll only eat biscuits when I'm camping. This is going to go on for about 3 months, because I have issues where I will eat any amount of biscuits, any amount of chocolate. So we have a deal. If I eat outside of camping, I have to give him 50 quid, and he's going to do something similar. So it's been touch and go. But we're going to enjoy these few biscuits now. I'm only going to have 2. Might have a few more in the morning. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had a biscuit. Oh yeah. It's only rich tea, but it's pretty good. It's not getting any warmer out there. Just thought I've kind of fancied getting into the tent, you know. So I thought I'd get the mat out and get into my quilt. I think it's colder in this little spot because of the water beside me. Any breeze that comes from that direction is There's a bite in it. Oh, I'm hoping to be nice and snug in here. I'm definitely going to need the earplugs because it's pretty loud with the flow on the water. Woo! That's a beast of a pillow. It's definitely about time that I got my head down, so I'll see you in the morning. I'm a little bit fragile this morning. Bit rough around the edges, you know. I must be awake an hour and a half. I slept alright though, until I didn't. I think I woke up about 4 o'clock and just refused to accept that I was awake. You know, I just kind of lay here with my eyes closed, listening to that river beside me. I put my few bits on top of my stove just to try and keep the slugs out of it. And it looks like it worked, which is good. Ugh. I suppose I'll have to get out. So I might as well keep myself busy while I'm waiting on the tea. It blew the head off me there. I tell you, it's not warm out there. I'm going to attempt to clean the pan before I get my breakfast on. I have my little bin. This is what I brought the sausages down in. No, that's not too bad. I'm wondering, should I pop an egg on? I have 2 of them. And I have 2 more rasters there, but I just think 1 bap is probably enough for this morning. And would you believe, I only had the 2 biscuits last night. If you've been around here for a while, you know I like my biscuits. They usually don't survive for the entire night. Especially not when I wake early. I'm kind of nibbling, I'm like a little mouse inside the tent. But very happy with the tent last night. Plenty of space inside and all that jazz. It's only my 2nd time having it out, so yeah, definitely going to do something with those poles because that was just unnecessary hassle. Ooh, it's a bit clumpy. Lovely. I think I might chance that egg. That's a messy one, isn't it? I'm happy now that I did the egg, but I was getting worried. it was gonna be scrambled egg, you know. Let's see if I can get it into my face now. Ooh, not making a mess. Yeah, very happy I did the egg. And I have to say that was lovely. Sitting here kind of contemplating having another cup of tea. It's only 20 to 7. So I think I might, you know. Why not? While that's doing its thing, I'm going to get myself tidied up a bit. Oh yeah. It's lovely now that you can see it, isn't it? Huh? It's beautiful. I love all the autumn colours. I was just looking at the base of the trees up there. Imagine strolling through those woods and not realising there's a cliff there. You get a bit of a surprise. But yeah, nice little spot for last night. I spent a night out here before. I hadn't intended on staying there, but everywhere else was kind of waterlogged. So we had to make the best of a bad situation, really. There's no panic here this morning. I'm taking things nice and handy. Normally I'd be packed up and gone by now, but what's the rush? I just have to pop my little light into the bag and then we're all sorted. I didn't leave any trace, usual carry on. And yeah, thanks so much for joining me on this one. I hope that you enjoyed it. And hopefully it won't be too long before we're back out again. And sure, you might stick around and join me for that one as well. I'll see you then. Good luck.